attack, fast fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and packs. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. And now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Izuku Midoriya. Him and Diane find out that both of them are apparently going to be sent to Merlin's hero internship. Along with that, once they get there, they are basically have magic used on them and have copies made. These copies, not only can they feel, see, act, and basically are exact replicas of Midoriya and Diane, but they are part of them. Now, with that being said, we will cut over with Midoriya, who is still kind of confused. They're in the middle of a giant open field. The grass, it's under their feet, and it's kind of weird out here. Merlin, exactly where are we? Oh, that should be none of your concern. However, I do believe that you should know that we are no longer in Japan. What? That still doesn't answer my question. Well, I believe that is all you should know for right now. If the demons, or possibly even the leader of the Ten Commandments, were to find you, I do not know what he could do. So our safest bet for right now is not letting you even know our location. Me or Diane? No. Because if he can find and seek out the goddess race, he might destroy them. Now, as of right now, it is still very early. It isn't even noon yet. So, she says, snapping her fingers, saying that both of you will be learning magic. She's going to zap in a few techniques using invasion. And if they can at least get a good hold on the techniques, well, they can keep them. Otherwise, they can try and work on it in their own spare time after the internship. Now, with that being said, yeah. Sadly, there wasn't a lot of comments at the moment as to what Midoriya should have as power. Except for what I believe someone called Ashta's magic, or like Black Clover magic. I don't really understand that. I still need to watch Black Clover. But, yeah, he can focus on that another time. Now, with that being said, let's pick up with Midoriya. After he gets zapped in his head, he can understand some of the abilities Merlin's given him to choose from. And he goes throughout the list. Fire magic, yikes, not good. Ice magic, not good. Wind magic, those do not fit. Going down and down. Lightning magic, and even power magic. The ability to blast ginormous waves of magic at somebody. That one kind of backfired. Immediately. Since Midoriya cannot manage the amount of power outtake it takes for some of those forms. And, surely enough, it would have and should have killed him. Now, with that, Midoriya goes throughout the day trying to master some of these. However, with enough drawbacks, he has to drop them. Until he does at least pick up on the magic that Merlin shoots in his head somewhere around 5 o'clock. The clone magic. As soon as Midoriya learns this, he's actually very interested. This one cannot blow up in his face, nor can it rip his arms apart. Nor will it freeze him over again. Now, Midoriya tries to cast a spell. However, as soon as he does, he's blown into 2 different directions. As soon as he has a look of shock on his face. One of him smashing into a tree, while the other one rolls downhill. Now, as soon as both Midoriyas get back up, they're staying on their feet. Meanwhile, Midoriya is sort of freaking out. What the hell? What is this? I believe that you should know. Right now you are looking at 2 different point of views. What? Yes. Right now you are using your own magic to fuel your own spell. And this is quite simply what it does. You will split yourself up into 2 different people. And you can both control both Midoriyas walking up to each other, as they begin to look around and mimic each other's movements. It's like looking into a mirror. Well, yes, Merlin trying to explain before these 2 go at a punching match. Now, with that, this goes back and forth for a few minutes. Merlin finally splitting these 2 apart, and telling Midoriya to disable his auto-sync. Now, after he does, Merlin explains it a bit better, as the copy of him is looking around and just staring at his hands. This is very weird. So I'm the fake? Oh no, I wouldn't exactly call you the fake. More or less, you are just as real. In fact, even the copy you have back over in, well, your hero internship city is real too. In fact, right now your soul is split into 3 pieces. Wait, you're joking, right? No. In fact, I am not. As you are split, so is your power, magic, and your abilities. Now, you understand this. Midoriya, kind of able to infer it, but let's go over with Diane. She's gone through a bit of magics, and some of them are interesting, some of them are not. She's able to pick up on some that she may have learned in the past, and it's actually quite interesting. Now, she is basically a natural when it comes to learning these magics. Meanwhile, let's cut over to the hero internship with the other Midoriya and the other Diane. Both these 2 are out on hero patrol and actually talking, as Lady Merlin is at least walking in front of them. Midoriya with his hands in his pocket and beginning to talk. So, this is actually kind of weird. What are you talking about? Well, Merlin just has his physical training. And? Oh, come on. You don't think it's a little bit weird? Not really. It does actually kind of make sense. She's trying to get you to practice on Hunter's Fest, right? Well, kind of. But even then, still. Now, before Midoriya can even continue, a large group of people do actually run up and ask for both Midoriya's autograph and Merlin's autograph. Midoriya, he's sort of surrounded. And he does begin to sign some papers. A lot of girls asking for Midoriya's phone number and Midoriya having to decline, trying to explain himself. As soon as that begins to happen though, before Midoriya can talk, Diane just grabs his arm and basically stares at the other girls. stating that he's already taken. The girls being kind of bummed out and pouting as they try to walk away. Now, Midoriya just tells her thank you. Oh, don't worry. Besides, it's all sort of weird, isn't it? What do you mean? Well, with you and the other girls, isn't it sort of strange? Well, yeah, but Merlin turning around and stating that if they're plenty done talking right now, they do have to continue their patrol. They've already been standing here for 5 minutes. Midoriya and her getting back to work. Now, basically, with the internship, Midoriya and Diane basically go back and forth between hero patrols, training, and basically learning a bit more about their own quirks and abilities. Meanwhile, with the actual Merlin and the real Midoriya and Diane, they've been learning magic this whole time and venturing out into the forest, looking for what Merlin is trying to find. Now, it took a minute, but after climbing through a mountain, he was able to figure out where the goddesses lie. And he did discover the horn. Now, Midoriya did actually try and make contacts, just like Merlin asked him to. And this is the response. Nothing. He got no response whenever he tried to talk to the God Clan, or the goddesses. And it was kind of weird. Midoriya trying over and over again. Until he falls over flat on the ground, his mind basically skewered. Before a few seconds pass and he gets back up, trying to understand what just happened. That makes no sense, one voice says. This is quite intriguing. He possesses magical power, does he not? Jesus. You know, that's one real way to start a conversation. Impressive. How have you awakened us? Why? Awakened you? Ah. Well, I can tell you one thing. You're the Goddess Clan, right? Yes, we are. However, we were, actually. How much time has passed, human? Well, I don't know for certain. But just promise me this. You won't do whatever you did to my brain again. Yes, that's actually very good. We will need your cooperation. And I will need yours. Why? Another voice chimes in. More and more waking up from their long slumber. As Midoriya begins to announce that the age of magic has long since been over. This surprising the goddesses. Midoriya going on to state that not only has that age been long and over for well over possibly another 3,000 years, but no one has seen a giant fairy or a vampire, if he's correct, and well on over what from Lady Merlin said, this somewhat angering the goddess clan. Midoriya being struck once again for mentioning her. However, Midoriya is blasted away by magical power. A couple seconds later, pop. He's back. Will you stop doing that? I see. This human is different. You are immortal, aren't you? Gee, what gave that away? Now, After that is said and done, Midoriya tries to continue his explanation. He is blasted away a lot of times, but he is able to eventually get the point across. The entire age of magic, mystical creatures, and anything that basically is not human is long gone, along with the Fairy King's forest. Along with that, the seal they have placed on the Demon Clan, it is weakened. It's loosened. A demon escaped once, and because of that now, he believes that one of the leaders of the Ten Commandments are free. And he's come here seeking aid. You seek aid from the gods. That is quite peculiar. Hmm? What are you talking about? You used all of your magical power to seal him away, right? The entire clan? Yes, we did. However, we ourselves, well, I believe that we might have the strength to possess one warrior. What? The strength to possess a warrior? So turn someone into a goddess? Yes. And exactly how strong would they be? Strong enough. No, they wouldn't be, would they? I'm sorry, human? Listen to me. I don't know a whole lot about magic, but from what I know, if you summon a warrior, a goddess, and put them on Earth, you'll just destroy it more. Them calling Midoriya out for speaking out of turn. Until he goes on to state that they need the blood of a goddess to release the entire clan. Once they get that, then the Ten Commandments will be free. So, their plan is flawed from the get-go. Now, with that being said, the Goddess Clan, they remain silent, informing Midoriya that can possibly be an outcome. The Ten Commandments could be released, but at this point in time, they can already be released. What? What are you talking about? There is already a goddess on Earth. You're joking. She actually exists? Yes. The goddess known as Elizabeth. She was cursed. She went against her mother. Our mother. And she died of a broken heart. Never to see her beloved again. Once that happened, well, she reincarnated one day. How do you know this? Faint magical presence. Even then, it's just a rumor, speculation. She died sometime during the war. Then we sealed the demons away. Possibly even her beloved if he did not die there that day. Now, with that being said, Midoriya tries to ask questions. He wants to know who this goddess is. Can they get a name? Can they get any information? And the Goddess Clan inform Midoriya that they will try and reach out. They will try and see if they can find whoever Elizabeth has reincarnated into. Now, with that being said, Midoriya does leave. After leaving this cave, he begins to make his way down. And eventually, he does find Lady Merlin. Now, he is not too sure how long he has been gone, constantly having his brain fried and basically repaired may not have been good. especially since the person who greets him isn't Diane or Merlin. It was actually, surprise, surprise, Ibarra. Midoriya confused as to what she's doing out here. Wait, so you mean Lady Merlin didn't tell you? Tell me what? Momo walking up along with Mina, and informing him that Merlin has actually taken all of them on a magical boot camp. What about your hero agencies? Oh, come on, Midoriya, we're all there already. You're joking. Yep. Either way, it can't be that bad. Now, with that, this is very surprising. And then, it's even more surprising who walks up next. Kirishima, Bakugou, and Todoroki. These three both walk out and greet Midoriya. What the hell? This still doesn't make any sense. I don't know, Bakugou. Angels, demons, magic. It kinda does make sense now. Well, I mean, it explains why Midoriya is... why he can regenerate so well. Why his body and mind, well, they can take so much damage and he cannot permanently stay dead. Yeah, Todoroki. See, I mean, at least he kinda understands it. I can understand, yes. But even then, all this stuff does remind me of a fairy tale. Well, I mean, yeah. But Merlin going on a state, that is enough out of all of them. Bakugou getting pissy and saying that she had no right to drag them here. Before she brings her hand up and fires a beam off into his head. Bakugou quickly shutting up and beginning to smirk. Oh, really, is that it? Okay. Now, none of this makes sense. As Bakugou walks forwards and screams at Midoriya that he wants to get a rematch. He wants to test out these little powers that flying witch just gave him. Merlin, at least, looking a bit more angry at Bakugou. Before, Midoriya actually does agree. Bakugou stating that Midoriya has to use his physical strength to try and take him down. And he's going to try and use this magic. If I got 1 week to use this, then that means that's just going to at least make this a lot funner. Go ahead, Bakugou. Midoriya says bringing his hands up, saying that he's been working on his own magic, so he won't even need it. Now, with that being said, Midoriya rushes forwards, as Bakugou brings his hands up. However, instead of bringing his hands up to blast away an explosion, he immediately just does this, bringing his hands out forwards and putting them out together. His first 2 fingers, or his pointer finger and his middle finger, with his hands outstretched, he places them over the other ones on his left hand, and then places both of his thumbs together. As soon as he does, he immediately just cups his hands together, slamming them, blowing into his hands, and then shouts out a word as he pushes them out forwards, shouting out with as much force as he can, and screaming, "Explosion!" As soon as he does, Midoriya is immediately engulfed in a ginormous tornado of fire, and a loud sound can be heard. This ginormous blast sending Midoriya flying away. Not only does it make him get impaled through a tree, he cracks that tree in half, flies through it, and proceeds to do the same for roughly about 500 feet. Before Bakugou, still somewhat actually impressed, begins to try using his magic more, stomping down onto his feet and actually trying this again, with a different technique. As soon as he shouts out, fucking explosion, the forest begins to explode. Now, With that being said, I do hope everyone appreciates the Megamine reference. Anyways, now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing night. Catch you guys in the next part.